Hello and welcome to another episode of Geared Toward Gear. My name is Sean and I am so glad you're here today. We're talking about arguably the most tantalizing of subject matters, and that is EDC pens, but not even EDC pens. It's even more boring than that. It is an EDC pen, singular, one pen. It's the one pen to rule them all. It is the Zebra F-701, my favorite EDC pen of all time, and I would like to talk to you about it. And we'll try to keep this brief. But in my opinion, this pen is the finest writing tool ever conceived by human minds and hands. It is fantastic. Is it made from titanium? No. Is it bolt action? No. Did Rick Hinderer design this pen? Hell no. It is a $6 pen and it's badass. So it's the F-701 from Zebra. I think a lot of us are familiar with this pen. It's pretty common, and I just love these things. And so I've carried an F-701 for a very long time. I've gone through a number of these, and they've upgraded it in the recent past. It's been a number of months, but I thought it deserved its own little quick video, kind of change things up a bit from the standard, knife and, things like that. So something a little different. We're just going to talk about this one pen. So this pen, it's cheap, right? It's like $5-6 for the pen, and it's just a pen. It's not a tactical pen. There's no other functions other than it's a pen and it writes quite well. It's comfortable. It's stainless steel. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but still pretty lightweight. The overall length on this guy is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, just a hair over 5 inches. So kind of standard ballpoint pen length. And it writes really well. I prefer a ballpoint as opposed to, say, a gel pen or a fountain pen. And it's a pretty fine line, like 0.7 or 0.8 millimeters. And again, it's like $6. So for me, this is kind of the one EDC pen to rule them all. But here's the problem, guys. This pen has a piece of plastic on it, which is an outrage. Let me just say that. A complete outrage that this pen has a single piece of plastic, that little collar there. In addition, if we disassemble this, we're going to see that the cartridge inside also has, and I hate even saying this out loud, plastic. It's plastic, which is just, it's unacceptable, frankly, that they would even produce this pen. And of course, I'm joking. It's a fantastic pen. It's served me very well, and I think a lot of you probably are familiar with this pen. But there was some outrage from the EDC community. We wanted an all-metal version of this, and we cried out, and Zebra listened. They listened, and they delivered to us the new and improved F-701, all stainless steel, no plastic anywhere to speak of. And here it is, the F-701 from Zebra. Just a fantastic EDC pen. So let's take a look at this little retaining ring here. Stainless, you guys, no more plastic. And let's quickly disassemble this guy and take a look at the cartridge, which we'll notice does not contain plastic. It is a metal cartridge, so there's that. And the cool thing about the new version is it'll also accept a number of different cartridge refills, such as Fisher Space Pen refills. So if that's your jam and you like to write upside down, then you can do that with the F-701. And truly, it's just a good pen. It's a basic ballpoint pen, but it functions very well. They're quite durable. And again, if you lose it or you lend it to somebody and they choose to not return it to you because they also realize that it's the greatest pen of all time, you're not going to be out but $6. So let's do a quick kind of write test here and just kind of show you what type of line these things produce. So here's the original F-701, the atrocity with plastic on it. Just a fine point, right? Like 0.7, I think, maybe 0.8. And here's the new one. And this one is pretty new. So the line's going to maybe look a little thicker on account of that brand new cartridge. But again, just a nice fine line, very smooth to write with. It works well as a pen. And that's what it is. It's a pen. No glass breakers, no flashlights, no hidden handcuff keys. It's just a pen. But the cool thing is, it's TSA friendly. Right, you can take this on an airplane, And you could, in theory, and I think a lot of people, I think the reason why a lot of people wanted the all stainless version is so that it would be a little bit more durable, because there were some reports, and I have seen this happen, where this plastic ring will actually break off. And so the all stainless version is an upgrade, and the price is not really changed. It's still like $6 for one of these. I think I bought a 2-pack. Well, I bought like 2 or 3 2-packs, and it was like $12 for 2 of them, so about $6. So I bought a bunch of them just because I love this pen. But in theory, you know, you could use this as an impact weapon if you so chose. So for that reason, I think, you know, the EDC community has kind of rallied around this pen, and a lot of people really do like it. So I'm probably not sharing anything with you that you don't already know or haven't already seen. But if you're not familiar with the Zebra F-701, I don't know where you've been, but again, human minds and hands have conceived no better pen in the history of the world as far as I'm concerned. And for me, this is kind of where it's at. You know, when we're talking EDC gear, everybody is into different things: watches, pens, multi-tools, flashlights, knives. And often we focus on kind of 1 or 2 of those things that are kind of we're really passionate about. For me, I'm really into knives. I'm really into flashlights. Firearms and medical are kind of things that I'm into. Pens is not an area where I've gotten kind of into the weeds, really. I would probably never spend more than $20 on a pen, and to date have probably never spent more than that. I think my Fisher Space pen was like $18, and that's about the most that I would probably feel comfortable spending on a pen. So at $6, I think this is just a fantastic EDC option. I truly do. So if you don't own one, I highly, highly recommend them. And I'd be interested to hear from you. What is your kind of go-to budget EDC pen? And maybe it's just, you know, you prefer just a standard Bic pen, you know, or a gel pen or something like that. But for people, especially, you know, when I worked in EMS, anyone who works in the medical field, you'll know that these come in handy if you work in an office, you know, banking. There's so many industries where, you know, a pen may be the most used item in your EDC at your place of business. And so having a decent quality pen, I think, is important, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of money to get there. And so this kind of checks all the boxes for me. But let me know in the comments, what is your go-to EDC pen in the $20, $25 and under range? And yeah, because I'd be interested, right? I'm always open to new ideas. And if there's other ones out there that are great, that are kind of budget friendly, I'd certainly be willing to check them out. But again, I just haven't really gotten into the higher end pens yet. And there's some beautiful ones that I've seen on Instagram and that I've been tempted to purchase. We live in a time where we're saturated with options, which is a good thing as a consumer. I just see these gorgeous pens in titanium and copper and brass that are just beautiful. And I look at the price tag and I'm just like, no, there's no way I can spend that much on a pen. But a lot of people, that's their thing. They're pen people, and you've got watch people. And that's what's cool about kind of the EDC community, is everybody's got the things that they're kind of passionate about. So if you're a pen person and you have some insight into some other budget-friendly pens that you maybe could recommend to myself and anyone else down in the comments, that would certainly be appreciated. But anyway, just wanted to quickly show you the Zebra F-701, the upgrade they made with the all stainless version, and let you know that it is, in my opinion, the best EDC pen that the world has ever seen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon.